Talking to Chris O'Donnell. Chris, what a contrast. The last time we spoke and the last time we saw you, you were in shorts playing rugby or whatever it was in Ireland and cavorting about the village green. Now you're in body armor and dark Gotham. These kinds of contrasts, I guess, must be the best thing that can happen to any actor.
It makes it a lot of fun, you know, because it makes it real interesting for me to be able to jump back and forth. I mean, as an actor, you get to, I can't think of anything else you could do for as a profession where you get to do such varied things. I mean, I've picked up really obscure talents over the years as far as fencing and rugby and flying trapeze. It's
well, I'm glad you used the word jump. Did you have some kind of a person with you to work with the aerialist stuff and with the martial arts
Oh,
stuff?
yeah. I had, I mean, they had me train with, you know, people that, you know, specialists in that area. On the flying trapeze, I can swing out and drop, and, you know, I can do the basics. I had a stunt guy for each of these different areas. Some really good stunt people that made me look like, you know, pretty good.
Now, what about all the body armor and especially the mask? I understand you had some problems.
It was the worst.
A mask of all things.
It was, well, they glued it to my face. Instead of just putting a little string or strap to tie it on the back, they glued it on. And it was not comfortable.
Was it even
Sticky
worse coming
and
off?
hot and sweaty. Well, you were so excited to get it off, you know.
Yeah.
It's just, I hated, even just when they put the glue on, before they even put the mask on, just the sensation of having this sticky glue on your face. Yeah. I didn't like it.
Now, the body armor itself, especially what we see at the end of the picture, is it very heavy? Is it lightweight, flexible? What?
It's kind of like wearing a wetsuit. A little thicker, though. It's not as heavy. Val's costume was a little heavier. He had a really heavy cape. And it wasn't that bad. You get a little hot and you get a little sweaty, but it wasn't real heavy. It gave you perfect posture, actually. It was so tight that it made you sit up perfectly. And, you know, of course, we all don't have perfect posture, so all of a sudden you're like, God, my back's killing, you know? Let me hunch over for a little while.
Are we going to be prepared now for a sequel?
I think so. I hope
how do you
so.
feel about that?
I'm excited. I just hope that they can come up with another interesting storyline and that Joel will come back to do it again.
The one time that you slip for a moment into the Burt Ward thing is the holy metal business, but it's a joke, isn't it?
Yeah, it was nice because it was kind of a little tribute to the TV show, and I thought they did it in a real clever way. So I think audiences, that's the one thing that always sticks out in your mind about Robin is that holy cow, whatever.
Right.
And I think they probably would have been disappointed if it wasn't in there somewhere.
Now, it's so easy to forget that there you are on the big screen, but you've also got a life to lead off screen, and I understand that for those students out there who complain about their workload, you yourself were still carrying on a college schedule at the same time as the shoot, right?
Yeah, I did a full semester at night. I went to Boston College and I got my degree from Boston College, but I was 4 classes short, so I registered out at UCLA and you know, we'd leave the set and go straight to UCLA and listen to some lectures, you know. Were
you alive, awake?
I made it all right. I had a lot of days off. I mean, it was a six-month schedule that we worked on, and for this movie. And as you can see from the movie, I had a lot of days off, so it wasn't that bad. There were days and weeks when it got pretty crazy, but I made it through all right, and I'm a college graduate now.
Okay. Could I talk to you just for a minute here about your own person, your own persona? You don't come across on screen as a wild-eyed maverick or rebel necessarily, or some unbalanced psychotic street type. Many of the kinds of types now we see on screen in younger actors. What about that? Are you happy about that?
Well, I haven't done that many films, you know. I mean, I'm perfectly happy with all the films I've been in.
But you've had substantial parts.
I have had substantial parts, and a lot of them have been you know, kind of the all-American kid in a lot of these roles.
Well, I stayed away from that term, but
well, that's the one
it's
mostly used. Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. But I plan on trying all sorts of different roles. I mean, give me time. I'm 24 years old, and I plan on doing this for a long time.
Well, that was the next question. Since Batman is so filled with doubles and divided selves, is there a darker Chris O'Donnell we'll see soon?
We'll have to see.
Oh, the mystery man at last. Chris, good to meet you again.
Good to meet you, too.
Thank you very much. We were talking about Batman Forever in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm John Tibbetts for KCTV5.